Good morning. Get your body out that bed, make it a great day. I don't care what you're doing, how you feeling, get up and tell yourself, today is gonna be a great day. Okay, remember your post-it notes, get your post-it notes out. It's gonna be a great day. So, today pretty much marks the start, y'all. Marks the start of the new chapter. All right, y'all, well, back over here, come on. And today we've got to dig a trench from that pole all the way over here to the barn, and then we've got to dig a trench from right between them two trees right there all the way over here to the shop. So two real long holes. We're going to try and get them both dug today if possible. So after 6 plugs this morning and tires from all the nails yesterday, we got her back up and running. And but we're gonna get out here and start digging some holes, y'all, and see if we can't make something happen, and see if we can get some power and some agua at HQ. All right, so let's make it happen. David's not here yet. I don't know, he's out lollygagging around, you know. That'll happen when you got a sweetheart like that hanging around making you breakfast and spoiling you and stuff every morning. So anyway, let me get this all set up and we'll get going. All right, well, we got a little bit dug here, and this ground is super hard, y'all. So I forgot my tape measure, so I've got to run back over to the gym shed real quick and get my tape, because there's got to be a minimum of 36 inches throughout the whole trench. So let me run over here and get the tape real quick, and then get some measurements on this, make sure we're good, and then we'll keep going. So got the tape, but you know what's kind of funny? Now that I'm doing YouTube, right, I remember the camera before I remember the tools, the tape measure, you know. Par for the course. All right, so we're gonna measure this out. I think we're good, but I'm gonna measure this out too, just in case, and see what we got here. So we got our handy dandy tape measure here. Yeah, we are good for sure. Actually, we're about 38 inches right there. And about 48 inches right there. So I think we're plenty safe there. So now I know, got an eyeball on about what we need to get and maintain. It never hurts to go a little deeper, you know, so that's what we're gonna do. So look, finally showed up, finally made it. So let's get busy, and we'll see what we can get done. All right, well, we found the old well wire. It doesn't work anymore anyway. There's no well out here. I mean, there's one there, but there's no pump or nothing to it. But this was the old wire, and we knew it was right in here somewhere because we could tell the way it was run. So we're gonna try and pull this out of here if we can. And you see the old water line they had there, like an old black pipe. So we're gonna try and get this, she got tangled up in here a little bit, so we're gonna try and pull this out of here. You can tell this has been here a long time, just because of the kind of wire it is. But we're gonna try and get it out of here and keep moving on. Lovely day, huh? y'all. Been on it 2.5 hours now. That's how hard this ground is. Normally, for that 75 feet right there, any other dirt, oops, let me spin you back around. Almost lost you for a minute. Any other dirt would have been 75 feet, would have been hour and a half, hour. I've been 2.5 on this already. And you see this, I'm not even to depth right there, but it's getting there. Yeah, so extremely hard ground right here. So, but it's lunchtime. I'm gonna run over there and grab me a sausage dog real quick. Take me a quickie break. Let Bertha cool down a little bit. And we will get back at it. We got another 75 feet to go. So let's make it happen. All right, so we got our lunch break done. And now we're gonna do some measurements and make sure we got everything right so that we can go down through here and then tighten everything up. Oh yeah, so we're well above it now.
Yeah, we're 4 foot right here.
Good, that's about where we want to be anyway.
Oh
so.
yeah, always I do a little extra because getting back in to dig is never an easy thing. Especially when you're digging a 4 foot trench.
Yep. All right, so we just got to keep that about that line there.
So about right here.
She starts coming up, yep.
Right about there where it starts coming back up.
All right, so we're gonna keep getting at it.
I'm gonna lay some pipe for a longer life.
Oh, he's a funny guy. All right, y'all, let's see what we can do with this here. I don't want to set the camera out in the sun, so you know, I'm just gonna give you some views of whatever I can here, and because it is super bloody hot out here, and you know, this thing, it just gets so hot trying to do this. I'll set it up for a little bit in the sun for you, but yeah, for the most part, it is just way too hot for these cameras to sit out in this dead sun. So let's see what we can do with this.
Gumby's making some pretty good progress here. Let's go ahead and check a measurement. Make sure that if he's deep enough, I'm sure he is. Oh yeah, he's 5 foot deep there. We only need 36 inches. We only need 36 of them. Getting it done, getting it done. All right, guys, I'm gonna put y'all back on time lapse. Oh, almost hit a branch. Keep that music happening.
Bertha does it again.
Got her did.
All right. So we didn't go, I'm sure David's probably already told you, but we didn't go up tight to that pole because that pole is already loose the way it is.
And it's leaning this direction.
Yeah, so we didn't want to go too close to that pole.
And it wasn't us.
Nope. We're going to let Tony, the engineer for energy, make that call. Because like I said, that pole is about, looks like it's seen better days anyway.
Yeah.
So we stayed well away from it, even though he wanted us to go up there to it. So,
I might trim right there on the inside with a little pickaxe, like a little,
yeah,
just to drop the pipe down so it's a little bit deeper there and start running up. But no, I'm not pulling all the way to there.
I think we're gonna let Tony come out here with he's the engineer for the project, so we're gonna let him come out here and say, hey, make that call, replace that pole.
Yeah.
Because that needs to be done. So anyway, we got her done. Now we're gonna go up there to the shop up there and we're gonna do just a little bit more. We got to cut a little angle over there and get a little closer to the shop. I didn't want to do that this morning without having somebody there watching, because you know sometimes it's hard to see what you're grabbing in this backhoe. So
yeah, when she grabs it, she grabs it.
Yeah. She does no give to her when you grab something. So I figured I'd just wait, and so now we're gonna go up there and knock that out. So we'll be back. All right. Oop. Let me toss you around there a little bit. How's the shake, rattle, and roll? we ended the day over there at the come out, right? At the HQ. David had mentioned that he wanted this dead tree down, this dead cedar down right here. So now that he's left, I'm gonna go ahead and just take it out real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and surprise him with that. So that way when he shows up in the morning, he'll see it gone, you know? Just a little cool thing. Besides that, this thing hangs out over the road a lot, and the weeds and the vines hang out way over the road, and it just all the time scratching vehicles and stuff. So we're just gonna solve that problem real quick here, and we're gonna make it a little surprise, because he won't get to know it until the video comes out, or until he sees it tomorrow. But he's not gonna know about this part of the video, but he'll see the tree tomorrow. So we're gonna go ahead and do that for him. I just seen him, he just turned off on the main road, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. You ready? Let's surprise him. She should go right over, being it's dead. Just like that. Not to mention, this will make it nicer down the road when we trying to mow this down through here on the ditch and getting rid of all this dead stuff right here. So let's push some of these weeds up here with it. Clean the rest of that up later. You know, I might even take that and cut that up and make something out of it. You know, even though it's dead, there still might be something cool to make out of it. But so I kept the main trunk intact. But you see, it's probably it's a good size round. Like I could probably wrap my arms around it and barely reach my arms. So I'll probably do something cool with that. So in the meantime, you're welcome, brother. See you in a bit.